So Jesus holds this place as high priest. Timothy, when he writes his book, says that Jesus is king, and all of a sudden, you now have Jesus holding two different positions, king and high priest, just like this guy who's in the scriptures. And then he makes a distinction. This is verse 26. Such a high priest truly meets our need, one who's holy, blameless, pure, set apart from sinners, exalted above the heavens. Although we have a picture of this other high priest embedded in the text, the one that we have now, the one who's from this order, he's different. He goes on to say, unlike the other high priests, he does not need to offer sacrifices day after day. Why doesn't he need to offer sacrifices? Because he became the sacrifice for mankind that needed to be done once, not over and over and over again. This is a change. This is different. And the writer of Hebrews is basically looking at you and saying, listen, mystery solved. You want to know what's going on back here? Here's what's going on. We need somebody who can be king for us, who can lead us, who we can follow, that we can trust will get it right all the time. But we also need somebody who will be our priest, that will stand between God and mankind and mediate for us. And we're in need of that because we've messed up. Man, we've sinned, we've done stuff that's wrong. We've piled up a lot of garbage in our lives. And the only way to get rid of that is to have somebody who would cover it. And we step up to Jesus and we say, I'm choosing to follow you. And Jesus looks at God and says, they're with me. And God says, they're part of the family. You get that from this high priest. He became the bread and the wine. His body was sacrificed. His blood was shed so that you could have that kind of freedom. He finds ways to bless your life. He becomes the kind of figure that you recognize everything that's gone on in my life, you've had a hand in. So I want to find a way to honor you. I want to find a way to come to you and say, you know what? Even in the stuff that I don't understand, I recognize that you're in control. And we choose him. And because we choose him, our lives are different, can be different, should be different. But here's the problem. See, the Canaanites worshiped one God. And sadly, over time, they traded down. And I think if you were to look around our culture right now, you would find that it's really easy to trade down for something else. And it's happening a lot. There's a lot of people who have an option. You have an option to have Jesus be king, priest, bread, wine for you, the blesser of your life. And what do we choose? Stuff. We want more stuff. We want more money. We want more wealth. We want to feel good for a little bit. But it only lasts for a little bit, and then we need more, and then we need more, and then we need more, and it never satisfies. And you're constantly piling it on. For some people, the thing that's in their heart is they just want approval from people. I just want approval. I want to know that you care about me, like me. I want to be friends. And so you'll sacrifice anything for friends. You'll damage your life for it because that's what's central to you. For some of you, it's your desire. What I want in life is what I want. I don't want anybody who puts up a boundary or suggests a different way to live. I'm going to do it my way. And so it's a power struggle. And you've decided, I'm going to be king of my life. I'm going to decide what direction I go. And you trade down. Honestly, it could be anything. It could be a hobby. It could be politics. It could be family. It could be anything that bumps Jesus out of center. You want to know why we talk about Jesus so much around here? Because early in the story, before Abram got the name Abraham, God knew that he had to plant a seed that would eventually grow into the idea of Jesus. He knew the nation wouldn't do it. He wanted to build a nation who would represent him. That wasn't going to cut it. He had to come up with something else. And so early in the story, he plants this idea, this mystery there that reveals that you and I were on the heart and mind of God for a long time. Because he was thinking about you as the story of God and mankind got going, because he realized you would need a king. You would need a priest. You would need somebody who would become the blood and bread for you. You would need that. Somebody who would bless your life. And so he makes a plan. And he embeds the very idea of Jesus early in the text, which leads to this obvious question. How have you responded to Jesus? Because he offers so much, sacrificed so much so that he could offer you a different kind of life. So easy to trade down. So easy to think that those things satisfy. But you know at the core of your heart that they do not. Because they never satisfy. It's never enough. It's always I need more. It's always I need more. It's always I need more. But you, my friends, you were given a chance to have one sacrifice pay the price for all of your junk. You were given a chance to have a king who would lead you better than anybody ever has. You were given a chance to have a priest who stands before you and God and makes your way possible for you to be in that relationship. All of that takes place. So how have you responded to Jesus? Because it's not just an important question, it's the only question. Because if you get that one wrong, you can spend all of your life chasing stuff that never satisfies and never get to the end of it and find true meaning, purpose, and life.